Hi dear students, welcome back to the next very important topic, corporate governance model. So this is the most accepted and very effective Indian corporate governance model. In this corporate governance model, we can observe the internal environmental factors and the external environment. I mean, the designing of internal environmental factors as per the external change, as per the changes of external environmental factors. Finally, the internal change as per the external change through proper governance in order to reach stakeholders' value, in order to fulfill the needs and expectations of various stakeholders of the business. My dear students, in previous class we have discussed about the meaning of corporate governance and the importance of corporate governance. Dear students, here corporate means the legal entity or the incorporated business organization or the separate legal entity or the business which is totally different and unique from some other forms of business organizations called corporate. Governance means proper administration, proper control through various policies, rules, regulations, methods and principles called governance. Here corporate governance means the set of rules, regulations, policies and procedures by which company's process is monitored or controlled or managed is called corporate governance. Dear students, corporate governance is very important to reach goals and objectives for long run sustainability of the business, for the wealth maximization, right, for the expansion of business, for the diversification of business, to get market leadership, to increase market share, for the global mindset, to introduce business activities in a new areas, right? Corporate governance is very important. And to increase the name and fame or goodwill or reputation of the company, corporate governance is very important. To make company financially strong and stable, to attract more number of investors, to retain existing investors, and to attract new investors and new stakeholders towards the business, to increase marketability. Corporate governance is very important. Totally, the survival of the business depends on corporate governance. If the corporate governance is very effective, very proper in the organization, there we can observe certain positive changes in internal environment. If internal corporate governance is very strong, we can manage the external environmental changes, or else very difficult, very complicated to manage the external forces and external competition. Even in a heavy competition, to survive in a stiff and cutthroat competition, companies require good corporate governance. Let me say some examples. The companies which are managing and implementing and following good corporate governance in their business activities. Example, Infosys companies, they have good corporate governance. The Wipro companies, Wipro group of companies, ITC companies, HCL companies, Lenovo, Apple, iPhone companies, Mahindra and Mahindra companies, Reliance companies, they have good corporate governance in their business organizations. Because of the good corporate governance in their internal environment, they are reaching prosperity. They are moving towards new business areas. They are moving with unique services and new products to the customers. All these because of good corporate governance. Do remember this. Good corporate governance plays very unique, very dimensional and very important role in growth and development of each and every business organization. So this is the most accepted Indian corporate governance model. Model means the framework. Framework means in and arounds of corporate governance. In and arounds are in and the surrounding aspects of corporate governance is called corporate governance model or framework. See, this is the Indian corporate governance model, or one of the most accepted corporate governance. So in this external environment, it doesn't belong to the internal environment. It doesn't exist in the organization. Within the organization, in day-to-day activities of the organization, we see the impact or influence of external factors, but we cannot see external environmental factors in the organization. In internal environment of the organization, we cannot recognize and we can feel the impact or influence of external environmental factors in the business. Who will feel? The people of the management, they feel the impact of external environmental factors. The employees of the organization, they feel the impact or the problems or the opportunities from the external environmental factors. Totally, the external environment, highly uncontrollable, not in the hands of internal people, not in the hands of owner or the employees. All the managers, all the owners, all the employees, all the board of directors, all the stakeholders of the business, they have to manage, they have to adjust, and they have to act in the organization as per the external change. Here, what are external environmental factors? Socio-cultural environment, political environment, technological environment, legal environment. Right? These are external environmental factors. Socio-cultural environment, customer's taste, preference, their values, their culture. Socio-cultural environmental factors. Political environment, political stability, instability, and the ruling party in a state government and a central government, and the political system in a country. Political environment, the best example. Now, the political environment of the America, earlier they were, right, we were having very unique rules. The rules were totally different, right, compared to the present, right. The political environment, even in India also, right, the political environment. The political environmental factors will affect on the business activities. Next one is technological environment. Here, technological environmental factors means the science and technology, technological improvements, new methods. Legal environments, the company laws, corporate laws, business laws, labor laws, the Companies Act of 1956, the Revised Companies Act of 2013, the Contract Act of 1872, right? The Negotiable Instrument Act of 1881, Partnership Act of 1932, the Consumer Protection Act of 1986, ISA Act of 1986, Environmental Protection Act of 1948, right? So these are the legal environmental factors. So external environmental factors, socio-cultural, political, technological and legal, these factors must be managed. As per the changes in these factors, internal environment should be designed and redesigned. Designing of internal environment depends on the external factors. Why? For the long run survival. If we can't manage the external forces, we cannot expect the long run survival and profitability. And it gives you message. If you can't manage external environment, immediately that gives you message that, hey businessman, just you get out from the market or the business field or business area. That will send you the message. And you have to realize that you are unfit to run business and you are incapable to run the business for a more number of years. You can come to know that when you are internally very weak, when your internal system is not effective, when your internal system is very poor, when your internal activities are improper, when you are not proving efficiency in your business, you cannot manage external environment. Dear students, let us come to know internal environment. In internal environments, McKinsey's 7S framework. The McKinsey's 7S framework. Strategy, structure, skill, staff, style, system and shared values. 7S. Strategy, structure, skill, staff, style, system and shared values. 7. McKinsey's 7S framework. All these should be very proper and very strong in the organization. Your strategy should be very effective, long run and short run strategies. Your organization structure should be very proper, and you must have skilled employee in the organization. Staff, you must maintain proper staff, required staff in the organization. If you maintain insufficient staff, that will affect on your production. If you maintain more than the sufficient, if you recruit more employees, that leads financial burden to your organization. Sufficient staff is very important. Style means your leadership style, autocratic, bureaucratic or democratic. What type of leadership style you adopt based on the size and nature of your business, that is very important, the style of leadership. Next one is system, production system, finance system, marketing system, sales and distribution system, advertisement system. What type of system you are going to adapt? Next one is shared values. Shared values means what are your business models? Business ethics, what you are giving to the public. Are you providing quality? Are you satisfying customer? Are you satisfying employee? Are you satisfying shareholder? Our shareholders are much satisfied. Are shareholders giving good opinion about your business? Have you got good reputation? Are you spending something towards the society? Are you protecting environment? Are you protecting all stakeholders of the business? Are you showing concern towards the welfare of people? Are you creating job opportunities? All these called shared values. In between, vision, rules, policies, system. Already we have discussed system. Here vision means the ultimate goal of the business. What they want to achieve, why they have started. The purpose of the business is called vision. What they want to reach. Why they started business? Why entrepreneur taking much risk to reach this vision? Rules are the specified statements that inform what is to be done and what is not to be done in an organization. Rules. Each and every individual must obey the organization rules. No one should go against the rules and regulations of the organization. If people go against the rules and regulations, what will happen? They will be penalized. And they have to get the punishment. Top level people, they give punishment to the people who go against to the rules and regulations. So rules are specified statements and specified code of conducts to the all employees regarding what is to be done and what is not to be done in an organization while performing day-to-day activities. Policies are general written statements that give certain instructions to the people about how to go ahead with the day-to-day activities. So policies, for example, recruitment policy, there are certain factors. Production policy, sales policy, advertisement policy. Here, policies provide certain instructions and guidelines to the people to carry out or to execute activities, policies. So all these related to internal factors. So all these should be very strong. These factors should be very effective to face the external environment. And in order to maintain proper governance, to reach stakeholders' value or strive towards the welfare of the stakeholders or showing concern towards the welfare and well-being of all the stakeholders of the business. Here stakeholders means both direct and indirect contributors, customer, supplier, general public, government, right, employee. They are the stakeholders of the business. For their welfare, corporate governance is very important. Here corporate governance means the mixture of external environment and internal environment, or the impact of external factors on internal environment and internal changes as per the external change to change the internal environment. These are very important. So changing of internal environment means what? Changing of strategies, structure, skills, staff, style, shared values and system as per the external change. As per the changes of external factors, each and every company must change their strategies, they should change their structure, they should change their employees, they should change the method of staffing, and they should change their style of leadership, and they should change their system, they should change their shared values. Thank you, my dear students. This is about corporate governance. Do share, subscribe and comment.